Okay, 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Okay, over the next 2, maybe 3 minutes, what I'd like to do is give you a quick demonstration of how the Visible Internet Teacher panel works. The next video will be of the Visible Internet Teacher app. You can download that from the App Store or the Play Store. But here, the Visible Internet panel on your laptop, you can log in. I'm here on the Visible Internet website. You can log in by simply signing in here and choosing one of 3 options, or you may have single sign-on, meaning there it is already opened in a tab. So there's the look of the Visible Internet Teacher web app. So there's one class. On the right-hand side here, you can change classes. I could, for example, go to that class or go back to the class that I'd like to demonstrate on. On the right hand side here again, you've got a messaging feature, which I'll give you a demo of that in a sec. There's the green button, so that's letting me know the iPhone is online. But before I do that, we can switch devices. So the Visible Internet Student app, you can deploy that, or your administrator can deploy that onto any student device. So whether it be a Windows machine, a Chromebook, it may be a Mac computer, it might be an Android device, or on the iOS platform. So if your students are using an iPad as an example. So what I'll do is, let me just fire up a screen record on this iPhone. Okay, I am live on the iPhone. I might just refresh that page. I've just got Netflix showing up there. While I'm demonstrating, I'll keep talking. So the stage 1 of Visible Internet, you can click the Now button simply by clicking the button on the left-hand side there. And as you can see, we capture the exact reflection straight off the student's device. So if I just scroll up there on the iPhone, making sure that is still recording. Again, as you can see, we've captured the image straight off the student device. Actually, I've captured a previous image. Just let me click that again. So once again, it's an exact reflection. We call it a screen impression. So now if I do something like, if I go into Instagram, let me just find something colourful here in Instagram. You know, there you go, there's some colourful owls. I click the Now button. One of the really cool features of our system is we can capture what the student's doing, but then the AI component, we've developed image recognition, artificial intelligence, it'll capture the image, but then the AI will start categorizing content. So in the case of social networking, as you can see, we've captured an image of Instagram. Amber flag represents social networking, and see the email coming through on the top right-hand side of the screen. That's the alert feature. So if I just scroll up again, and I'll just go to another colourful image there. I'm just clicking the Now button, so the same thing will occur. I will capture the image off the student device. The AI component then didn't, but it should have flagged it. Let me just go again. The AI for social networking, the accuracy at the moment is hovering around 60%. The more data, naturally, the better it gets. So we're continually improving it all the time. So I will explain how we use human moderators. But there, as you can see, amber flag represents social networking. The same thing applies for age inappropriate content. And there's the alert. The email alert has been pushed through to the teacher to let them know that one of the students in the class has been flagged for looking at social networking. Now, the same thing applies. I won't demonstrate. Actually, I can blur it. What I'll do is, let me just bring up, I'm just typing in nudity as an example. Now, I've got on the iPhone there, you can see a blurred image. The reason I've done that, this is a public video, but the accuracy on any pornography or nudity is hovering around 90%, the accuracy of the AI component. But what the AI will do, it will red flag it. So once it captures the screen image, of which you'll see, once it does roll through, And we've got a little bit of a slow internet, but as you can see, inside our system, I've blurred the iPhone deliberately, but inside our system, when the image comes through to the teacher panel, and there's the alert once again, but when the image comes through to the teacher panel, as you can see, it's blurred. So we blur that so it's a non-confronting thing to all teachers. So you can drill down into that, and as you can see on each page, we've blurred that. You can still make out what the image represents, but we can tweak that all the way back. Okay, and then we can keep drilling down into that. That video just stopped on my phone, but that doesn't matter. As you can see, we can go all the way into that image, and I can do that now on any image, but at the top here, you can see that we can look at all flagged content. So we can do the same thing with social networking. So each student in the class that has been flagged for viewing social networking, whether it's Facebook, Instagram or Twitter. Now the same thing applies for bullying behaviour. Currently we have roughly, the way we develop the bullying feature, the AI feature, is we've categorised roughly 10,000 different variations of bullying behaviour. Now 10,000 sounds like a lot, but there is a huge amount of content out there on the internet that is very much bullying related, whether it be written text, emojis, GIFs. You know, there's such a huge amount, but currently the system will identify roughly 10,000 different variations of bullying behaviour, and we've done the same thing with self-harm content. Okay, as you can see, there's the students that have been flagged for self-harm. Now, what I'll do again, just let me push record once again on this phone, and where am I? 3, 2, 1. I'll demonstrate the messaging feature. So let's just hop out of that. Okay, so I'm just on the screen. So here again, we can click on here. So this will bring Bill Brody into, you know, hey, that's not class related. So we then can click send, and then Bill Brody on this particular device, as you can see, from Jane Smith, the teacher, hey, that's not class related. So it's unavoidable on the screen of the device. So the teacher then has the ability to communicate directly. So that's the teacher panel, but just a few things before I go, one of which was all inappropriate content, any form of pornography or nudity, we at a server level, so before that image, naturally we've blurred the iPhone because it is a public video, but inside the teacher panel, if the student is viewing age-inappropriate content and the teacher has captured that off the student's device, we blur that at a server level. So the AI determines that as being any form of inappropriate pornography or nudity, and then the AI will deliver that to the teacher panel as a blurred image. So then it becomes a non-confronting thing to all school staff using the system. So it's blurred, so we then, as I mentioned, we can refine that. So if your administrator wants it completely blurred out or blurred just enough so you can't really make out what it is, but you can still see that it is some form of nudity on the screen. So, I mean, that's a really great feature. And then I did mention moderators. The AI is improving, but the AI on social networking is probably higher than 60%. It's hovering, probably sitting up around 70% now. The accuracy on things like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So we're improving that all the time, but the accuracy on pornography is actually around 90% because early days were very much focused on making sure that we flagged pretty much all that. But yeah, we now use moderators. We have a team of what we call our human moderators. So the moderators then have the ability to understand context far better than the AI. The AI is what we call the first level of defense. So the AI, let's use bullying behavior as an example. We've identified roughly 10,000 different variations of bullying behavior. So the AI then will pick up on things like derogatory language, curse words, swear words, things like the word hate used in a certain structured sentence, for example, and things like emojis and GIFs. And then our human moderators then will can basically understand the context of that bullying behavior. So then the system, you can start directing that, like, name calling low level sort of bullying. And I mean, I believe all bullying is bullying, but then things like high level threats of violence can be directed to another department. We're plugging that feature into the system now. So yeah, we have human moderators making sure that the accuracy on the system is, I mean, you never get 100% with anything related to artificial intelligence, but at some point I think we can, but the technology's not there yet, so that's the reason we use human moderators as the second line of defence. Okay, but that's the teacher panel. If you'd like to then switch over to the next video, I'll make a video on the teacher app. So everything we're doing in the teacher app is an exact reflection here, but it's all done through the app that any school staff can download, the teacher app. And we're quite confident, and the feedback we're getting, I'm sure you'll see a lot of value in the system. It gives you that deeper understanding of what's going on in the internet lives of your students. And yeah, it's a really great technology. We're very proud of our work, and I'm looking forward to the feedback from yourself, and I'm sure that you'll see, a lot of need or a lot of value in the technology. Okay, thanks. Have a great day. See ya. Bye-bye.